Anyway, I'm from the Welsh Institute for Natural Resources, and perhaps you have heard of us, but we're the main business-facing unit in Bangor University, linked to the College of Natural Sciences, and we are working very hard towards a sustainable world. Sustainability is about maintaining a balance between consideration for the environment. We want to create our product, we want to live our lives without destroying the planet. But as businesses, we also want to make money too. So we can't forget the financial element of it. It's as important as the looking after the planet. But also, what about the people element? Every decision we make hinges on maintaining a balance between those three things, and it's quite difficult. The interconnectedness of all things is paramount, and we have to remember that. We cannot look at things in silos. We can't make a decision by thinking, right, I'm going to protect the planet. There might be unintended consequences. Like I said, silo mentality doesn't work. It's not going to give us the solutions that we need for this century living. You know, we really want to be bringing people together, making them think, making sure that they've got a good grasp of basic science and the skills that they need, but then releasing their minds to thinking differently. And I think thinking differently is going to be a key to the success of humanity, really. You know, we can't, business as usual is not an option. We cannot carry on in the same way as we've been doing. So the more that people get together to talk about these things and to think, how are we going to solve these issues, the better. And it's fantastic that if they're going to be thinking about working with the materials from biocomposites. That's brilliant. Those are my colleagues, and these are the things that we really want to be promoting widely. But with this underlying principle of think about people, planet, profit. Don't be driven by one or the other. Think holistically about how we're going to make it work.
Yeah, what I thought was fascinating when discussing the creative brief was the amount of crossovers between that and the concept brief. So I guess in terms of things that we've been looking at this week, it really is all about focus. So in terms of background, in terms of market, in terms of competition, and I guess the necessity for understanding all of this material before they can proceed on to the creative aspect.
What we discussed this evening in terms of the concept statements, you know, the key employability skills in any context and in any situation that the students need to learn about. Things like understanding the marketplace, your competitor analysis, looking at the industry, how to identify trends in the industry, and, you know, spotting opportunities which can take advantages of these trends. I mean, the key message that I wanted to get across to the students this evening was that, you know, they may have one idea, they may have a number of different ideas, but these ideas aren't necessarily opportunities. Without understanding and researching the marketplace and looking into, will customers buy their product? Why will they buy? What are they currently buying? What do they value? If they don't really think about this in terms of the customer, in terms of the competitive landscape, then their products aren't going to be successful.
Yeah, I mean, but in terms of the advertising itself, I guess it's really important that, you know, they think about two aspects. One, the advertising has to emerge from a product that's right for the market, you know, to explore the touch, the feel, and also, you know, how the product's actually going to be used in real life. So rather than thinking, okay, right, we're going to advertise to campers, or right, we're going to advertise to kind of family-going glampers, as it were, you know, they actually need to run through the narrative, run through the story of how it's actually going to get used. So certainly for kind of like teenage, you know, or, you know, student festival goers, you know, all the things that go on, you know, at a festival, you know, where it can be mud, whether it be sex, whether it be drinking, whether it be rock and roll, whatever it might be. But all these things that the products might actually be useful for.
Yeah, so understanding and creating a story behind the product, why they're fulfilling what need, is important in terms of understanding this environments in which they're going to be operating. And these are skills that's going to be important for these students, whether they work for the public or the private sectors, whether they're going to be engineers or whether they're going to be marketers. They need to understand the landscape in which these organisations are going to be working, what kind of trends are they going to be facing in the future, and understand that they need to adapt to these trends And you know, the best companies are those who are able to innovate and change and adapt to trends that happen in the marketplace. And these skills are going to be vital employability skills in any context and in any scenario.
You could almost scrub all aspects of the creative brief and just leave the proposition, because that's the one thing that all the research boils down to and simmers down to. I guess it's kind of like the crack cocaine of advertising, if you like. That it all boils down to the proposition, you know, and what we need to say to the consumer.
How they position themselves in the marketplace.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And that's all down to understanding the competitors, you know, what customers value, whether they value price, they value quality, and mirroring that in their offering.